This is Kindness Rising.
Is rising. Yes, indeed, it is Kindness Rising. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Your morning dose of hope, humanity, and heart. More high fives for humanity. Welcome into Kindness Rising this morning as we get up and after it. Absolutely. Did you know it can feel like sometimes the loudest voices get all the attention, the biggest opinions, the hottest takes, the people who seem to shout the most, right? We talk about that. No rage bait, more high fives for humanity. But when I think back on the people who've had the greatest impact on my life, they weren't the loudest. They were usually the steadiest, the ones who simply showed up, who quietly believed in me. And today is about those types of people. So let's rise with kindness, and with Jess and Kathleen too. Good morning, everyone.
This is Kindness Rising.
This is indeed Kindness Rising again. What is going on? All right. Trying to fix the sound. That's what I'm focused on lately. I've re-listened to yesterday's episode, and it was a good episode, except the sound. So keep the music down a little bit. Keep your face in front of the mic, Matt, and let's have a great show. Have you ever noticed how some people change the atmosphere the moment they walk into the room? Not because they're the funniest, or not because they're the smartest, and not because they demand the attention, but because something of all of us need. Some calm, some hope, some steadiness. The older I get, the more I realize that confidence isn't always loud. Strength isn't always dramatic, and leadership isn't always standing out in front. Sometimes it's standing beside. Sometimes the strongest person in the room is the one who will listen first, the one who keeps showing up, the one who quietly says, "I've got you." Maybe that's today's invitation. Don't worry about being impressive. Focus on being dependable, because dependable people quietly change the world every single day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, Mom, another loop. Yep, it's Friday. Yep. The weeks fly by. They all seem the same to me sometimes, but yep, we are here. Looking forward to spending some time together with you this weekend, Mom, at a graduation party. That'll be awesome. All right, let's just get right to it with our Who in the World, because I know everybody's chomping, trying to figure out who's he going to throw at us today. What's the deal? What's the connection? Here is your first clue in today's Who in the World. Our daily contest, 3 clues throughout the episode. At the end, we'll have our reveal. Put your guesses in the comments. All right. Our person today earned a living building scenes for theater productions long before becoming famous. All right. So he was, there you go. I just gave you another clue. He earned a living building for theater productions long before becoming famous. That's it for today. Anybody got a guess already? That would be a pretty good guess. All right. Okay. We got to get into this. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee first. I've been trying not to, but I got to have it. Mouth is dry today. I know coffee doesn't help. All right, let's do it. This is our Wait, That Happened Today segment. On this day, 1963 this time, JFK stood before an estimated 500,000 people, 450 to 500,000 people in West Berlin. To understand why that mattered, you have to picture the moment. Less than 2 years earlier, the Berlin Wall had gone up almost overnight. Families woke up separated from each other, found themselves living on opposite sides of the wall they couldn't cross. They'd shopped at the same markets, attended the same schools, and worshipped in the same institutions. Suddenly found themselves divided by concrete, barbed wire, and armed guards. For the people of West Berlin, it wasn't just a political symbol, it was something they saw every single day. It reminded them that freedom could never be taken for granted. And standing just a few miles from that wall, President Kennedy delivered one of the most memorable speeches of the 20th century. Near the end, he paused and spoke 6 words in German, and I'm going to brutalize it. Ich bin ein Berliner. I am a Berliner. Now, if you're Gen X like me, you may have heard the story about Kennedy saying that he was accidentally saying, I am a jelly donut. Have you ever heard that? There's a little bit of, I guess, German grammar that came into play there. But that's not why the story is important. It's one of those stories that's been repeated for decades, and language experts agree that that's a myth. But the crowd there understood exactly what he meant. He wasn't claiming to be born in Berlin. He was expressing solidarity, saying, your struggles matter to me, your freedom matters to me, and you are not standing here alone. The crowd erupted, and just because of those words, 6 words. He didn't make the speech about himself. He made it about them. Sometimes 6 simple words are enough to remind someone that they don't have to face life alone. Ich bin ein Berliner. All right, that's it. Was anybody, Mom, you were there. You weren't there, but you were alive. I don't know. But we all, I don't know. I think it's pretty famous speech that everyone may have heard of, or whatever. Yeah, important stuff to show that you understand somebody. He wasn't saying, I'm from Berlin, I'm now a citizen here. No, I'm saying, I am you, you are me. And that's what kindness means. We are kin. Kin means I see something in myself, or you that I see in myself. That's it. You are me. That's the point. That's the point on Kindness Rising. And another point on Kindness Rising is to highlight good people doing good work and organizations that are leaning into our topic. And today is no different. Today's Kindness Spotlight is shining. It is shining on AFS, International Cultural Programs. The story actually begins in an unexpected place. It wasn't founded by educators or cultural leaders. It was actually founded by volunteer ambulance drivers during World War I. There were people who witnessed the devastating human cost of conflict up close, and when the war was over, they asked a simple but profound question. How do we build a more peaceful world before the next generation inherits the same divisions? It wasn't another political movement, it was just connection. And for more than a century, AFS has brought students, families, schools, and communities together across cultures through international exchange. And there it is. I have it highlighted right there. AFS seeks to affirm faith in the dignity and worth of every human being and of all nations and cultures. That's a pretty amazing mission. So check them out. AFS in your country. The world needs more active global citizens. Let's help create them. All right, that's AFS. And we continue to rock and roll here on Kindness Rising this morning, getting up and getting after it, talking about the power of connection, recognizing ourselves and other people, just being open to new ideas, being curious, being interested. Those are the things we want to focus on, just like Kennedy did in Berlin. All right, let's get to our second clue. Here's our contest continuing. Our Who in the World today. We are spotlighting a human being who first started earning a living building scenery for theater productions long before becoming famous. All right. How about our second clue now? We might be getting at it with this one. He's happily married to a fellow actor, and they're known as much for their real-life partnership as their career. Yep. Guy married to another actor, and their partnership is as entertaining and interesting as their actual acting. All right. What's going on this morning? Who's out there? Say hello. Get involved with Jess and Roseanne and Kathy. Didn't see Sully today. I did see, for those of us friends who come and hang out, and if you know Mike Sullivan, Future Life Coach on YouTube, and Kathleen the Donkey, they both have started posting. Kathleen's been posting for quite a while, but I definitely see an increase in the... Oh, there he is. He showed up. Sully, I know you told me some days you're going to be late, and I shouldn't call you out, but what I wanted to call out was that I saw your video, and I'm very excited. Your little tour of the park there where you were, I did watch it, and I liked it. And I just think it's amazing when we start putting ourselves out there. So Sully, I'm not calling you out for not being here. You actually told me that. You said some days I might not be there because I'm working. More power to you. I'm all for it, and I appreciate that, Sully. We're all just doing our best. All right. Thanks for joining, though. You're awesome. Late or not, the fact that you're here matters. All right, and the fact that I'm here matters to me. No, of course it matters to me. All right. We're flying through today. Okay. Let's get to our my favorite segment. This is a really, I think, an important one, actually, for us and for me. I've been waiting for the right moment, the right whatever, for to do this one. This Grateful Dead segment. Probably their most I don't know. My brain's not there. I should sentimental, I guess, of songs, and definitely one that when you hear and you think about what they're saying at the time, and I'll tell you about it. Stop talking about it and just do it. All right. This is our life lessons from the Grateful Dead segment. There's a Grateful Dead song that will stop you in your tracks. It's called Addicts of My Life. And on the surface, it feels mysterious, kind of dreamlike, almost impossible to explain. But then you listen closely, and Robert Hunter keeps returning to this one remarkable idea. When there was no ear to hear, you sang to me. When there were no strings to play, you played to me. And when I had no wings to fly, you flew to me. When there was no dream of mine, you dreamed of me. Think about that. Before we could hear, someone sang. Before we could play, someone made the music. And before we could fly, someone carried us. Before we even had a dream, someone imagined a future for us. Maybe it was a parent, a grandparent, teacher, coach, a mentor, a friend, someone who saw something in you long before you ever saw it in yourself. And as I thought about President Kennedy standing in Berlin saying, "I'm with you," I realized those words carry the very same spirit. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give another person isn't advice. It isn't fixing the problem. It's believing in them while they're still learning to believe in themselves. Every one of us is standing on encouragement someone else gave us. Someone sang to us. Someone carried us. Someone dreamed of us. The question is, whose song will you sing today? Whose wings will you become? Whose dream will you help keep alive? Because that's how kindness rises. One person believing in another until they learn to believe in themselves. And that's our life lessons from the Grateful Dead. I didn't cry. I almost did. I got chills. I did, because that song, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Reminds us that none of us gets here alone. We're all here together, and that's what we're building here at Kindness Rising. And it's what's important to me, and I hope it's important to you too. All right. Enough of that stuff. Come on. All right. Well, what do we want to do? We want the third clue yet? You want to keep talking? What's going on? What do people have planned for the weekend? I got a little time to fill here, guys. So let's get chitter chatter, get her at her. Pull me through. Help me through this one. No. Like I said, I'm excited to hit that graduation party with my mother, some extended family who I don't know. I'm about to meet. That's a pretty cool opportunity. I will tell you this is moments of vulnerability time, or just honesty. In the past, I would have shunned that. I would have turned away. I don't want to deal. True story. I'm embarrassed. Blah, blah, blah. That's right, Kathy. It was your birthday. Yes. Cleaning up puppy messes. Great. That sounds like a lot of fun, Jess. Kathy, happy birthday to you. I'm a little late, but I won't forget you. There's my song for you. I hope you're doing great. Great. I saw your birthday wishes out there on YouTube, your birthday messages, and I forgot to acknowledge it here. I didn't know until after the show yesterday, but now we're acknowledging it here. Happy birthday, Kathy. You know, I read a statistic. It said that people who have the most birthdays live the longest. Pretty impressive, huh? My father-in-law actually has a sign that is hanging in his house that says that. Yeah, he knows how to dig. You just got to teach him how to turn 180 and put it back in, right? I hear you. Yep. The aminals, they will put us to work for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's do our who in the world clues so we can get to our compass and keep the flow going here. Thank you, everyone who's out there. Keep staying involved in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Follow Mornings in the Lab Network. Keith Billis, John Anderson. Today we've got the bullshit professor, Dr. John Petrocelli, over on Mornings in the Lab. So you can go over and check them out as we keep rolling here on the Mornings in the Lab Network. Here's your clues. We're going to get to that final clue. Does anybody just raise your hand if you're even guessing around this? A man who earned a living building scenery for theater productions long before becoming famous. He's also happily married to a fellow actor known as much for their hysterical real-life partnerships as their careers. Here's the last one. Before he became famous, playing a man of few words, a lover of breakfast food, and perhaps the greatest government employee who didn't particularly enjoy government. Do we know him? We'll find out together after our kindness compass. All right. Here on Kindness Rising, we always move from thought to action. We've been talking about connection and believing in each other and believing in someone before they believe in themselves. Here's the thing. Here's 3 ways to practice quiet strength in believing in others. Number 1 is just believe in someone before they believe in themselves. Sometimes your confidence in another person becomes the bridge they need to cross their own doubts. Secondly, stand beside instead of standing above someone. People don't always need a hero. Often they just need a companion, someone willing to say, "Here I am and I'm with you." Number 3, your third way to practice quiet strength, leave encouragement wherever you go. A kind word, a thoughtful email, a text, a conversation, a comment in the chat. Whatever it is, you never know when your voice will become part of someone else's attic of life. Those are your three things. Believe in someone before they believe in themselves. Stand beside instead of stand above. And leave encouragement wherever you go. I know that's the way we do it here on Kindness Rising. Absolutely. I hope that helps us all to have a little bit kinder, gentler, fun day. Kathleen has no clue. Well, maybe I got a little obscure. I thought this guy was, I thought the second clue was the giveaway. Okay. All right. Let's bust out George Burns. Interesting guess, Mom. Paul Newman? No. Burns and Allen would have been a good guess. I think this couple, good one. Probably are following very much in the Burns and Allen tradition. Lucy and Desi, I don't know who they are, but let's go and I will do my reveal. Maybe I'll give another clue. This man's the most famous program. I think he won an Emmy for it. Actually, was written by and also stars a Saturday Night Live alum. It introduced us to several people who have made amazing careers out of their life. I'm talking about people like Chris Pratt, Aubrey Plaza, Aziz Ansari. Does anybody? The guy sitting behind the desk quietly eating his bacon, government employee, no Parks and Recreation fans here, I guess. Nick Offerman. It's his birthday today. He's a woodworker, an author, and the man who brought Ron Swanson and Parks and Recreation to life. Nope, not a rock musician. I don't know if Nick, I think he is a musician, though. And he does everything. And I think he's absolutely hysterical. Happy birthday to him. But what's always impressed me about Nick isn't just he's funny. He genuinely values craftsmanship and care in the things that he does. He builds things. He teaches others. He celebrates making something with your own hands and taking pride in doing your work. That's a reminder worth carrying into the weekend. Quiet competence has a way of speaking of itself. What? You don't know? We don't know? My team is not a Nick Offerman fan? That's okay. Maybe I introduced you to something. Yes. Parks and Recreation. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. Meet the Millers. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Oh, God, that is a ridiculous movie. Oh, my God, I haven't thought. Nice choice, Sully. That movie is out of control when they're singing Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, right? Funny movie. Jennifer Aniston. Have I got the right one? Just didn't make the connection. Yeah. I get it, Jess. All right, that's Nick Offerman. So maybe I encourage someone to check out his work. He and Megan Mullally is his wife from Will and Grace. Karen, is that her name? Karen? I forget the character's name. They are absolutely hysterical together. They wrote a book. Jerry Ginger's in the house. What's up, buddy? Thanks for the little tour yesterday afternoon. I was so glad I got to meet some of your friends and take a nice little peaceful tour by the pond. That was cool. Saw your bowling balls. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you getting in here just in time. I know you're always out there. Yeah, that was fun. Hey guys, Jerry Ginger, who comes into our house, he has learned how to actually grow bowling balls in his garden. He's grafted them to trees, and he now has a bowling ball garden. You'll have to ask him about it sometime. Jerry, that's awesome, dude. All right. Yes. All right. Wow. I really didn't pack the agenda today. That's okay. It's Friday. I'm excited to continue. Just keep rolling around, keep building, keep working on things. for my team here. I'm taking this thing to the next level with you guys for my professional career. This has helped me to kind of solidify some of the things that I'm working on in terms of building actual real programming to support teams and coaches and people, mostly focusing on my experiences in organizational coaching, team building, bringing people together, emotional intelligence, psychological safety. So you're going to be hearing more about that. So get ready. I'm not here to pitch. I'm here to take what I'm learning here, the motivation, the interest, and take it just to the next level, as I continue my development in my life, because it never stops. It's the long, strange trip that just never stops. And that's what I'm doing. All right. Well, I hope everybody is doing great. We're going to wind it up a little. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, Jess. I know you do. And I cannot express enough gratitude. I forgot to put the comments on the stage. When you're doing it by yourself, you forget these little buttons. I was so focused on trying to fix the sound and other things, I forgot this. Lots of different levers to pull here, but yes, Jess, Kathleen, Jerry, Sully, Roseanne, Adam Hoyt, everybody who comes out every day. This is why. This is you, me, us. This is why I do this. Oh, Mom, I missed your comment about Wind Beneath My Wings. Absolutely. Same concept. I know that song is important in our family, and you might like Addicts of My Life too. All right. Thank you. Gratitude. This is the end of week 51. Do you know that next Friday, a week from today, I will have achieved my first objective, my commitment to myself and to you to come here every single weekday morning at 7:30 a.m., just like I have. And I've done it. I've put my money where my mouth was, and I showed up. The kindness crew. I like that. Just don't add another K to that. All right. Before you head into your Friday, I want to leave you with one question. Who was the person who believed in you before you believed in yourself? I'm going to do some highlights. Jess, thanks for asking. I am going to do some highlights all throughout the week. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on Friday. I might do something a little kooky. But I'm going to tell you this. Next week, absolutely, we'll continue the same kind of conversations. We'll keep going. But I am going to highlight some of my experiences and my learning throughout the year, throughout the week. And I'm going to talk about what I'm doing in the future, because it's okay to look back, but we have to look forward too. All right. Just remember that there was somebody out there who believed in you before you believed in yourself. Reach out today, tell them, or if they're no longer here, honor them by becoming that person for someone else, because someone somewhere is waiting for a voice that says, I see something in you and I am here with you. Thanks for spending this part of your morning with me. This is Kindness Rising. I'll be back on Monday. So until next time, stay uncommon and stay kind.